For perhaps the last time, the Grand Circuit flag, symbolic of all the best in harness racing, waves in the breeze over Good Time Park at Goshen, New York, home of the Hambletonian stake for 3-year-old trotters since 1931, and the personal pride and joy of the late Bill Kane, who died last winter. The thousands of harness racing fans filing through the canopied gates are unaware that tomorrow the Hambletonian Society, which controls the race, will vote unanimously to transfer it to Du Quoin, Illinois. But today's crowd is interested only in the 30th renewal of the Trotting Classic, which has drawn a field of 20 of the finest trotting sophomores in the land, going for a purse in excess of $100,000. The field has been reduced to its present size from an original nomination list, which contained 492 names. Gradually, as the various sustaining payments became due, owners withdrew for one reason or another until, 2 days ago, only 20 decided that their horses were worth the final $1,000 starting payment, which became due then. The favorite for the big race is Egyptian Princess, Slim Bay filly, owned by a pair of comparative newcomers to harness racing, the brothers Norman and Fred Woolworth of Winthrop, Maine. Egyptian Princess is trained and driven by veteran rangeman Earl Avery, who will be appearing in his first Hambletonian at the tender age of 62. Today's work schedule for Egyptian Princess begins around 11 in the morning, when Avery and the filly make the first of 3 warm-up trips to the track, while getting ready to answer the starter's call at 3 o'clock. The noon-hour intermission calls for refreshment, family style, beneath a giant oak, and this pre-teenage fan seems to be enjoying hers. Well, the formalities have been disposed of now. The warm-up miles for the 20 starters have been concluded, and a tense silence settles over the ancient grandstand. The race is only moments away. In the paddock, the drivers, owners, and caretakers make a last-minute check on their horses, for this is the moment these 3-year-olds have been pointed for. A loose shoe, a faulty piece of equipment, a chunk of dirt wedged between gear and flesh. Any of those things could result in the winner's share of the purse disappearing down the drain. All is in readiness now as the 20 trotters await the signal that will send them to the track. The first horse to win 2 heats will be declared the winner. The race could go 3 or even 4 heats. And here they come. In order of appearance, they are the Fitzpatrick entry of H.K. McPherson and Specialty, the right side farm entry of Murray and Bull Rodney, the Newgate farm entry of Nimble Colby and Magnus Hanover, the Del Miller entry of Hugo Hanover and Low Water Victory, and Darn Gay, Egyptian Princess, Saboteur, Valiant Rodney, Ego Hanover, Dial Tone, Torrance Hanover, the Intruder, Demon Always, Dole, Newport Dell, and Hoot Dolmont. The crowd has made Egyptian Princess the even money favorite. The field, consisting of 6 horses, is second choice at 5.5 to 1. Saboteur is 6 to 1, and Nimble Colby and Magnus Hanover 7 to 1. The others are long shots. The dean of all starters, Steve Phillips, moves the horses in. Dial Tone has the rail. Darn Gay moves in second. Egyptian Princess third. Saboteur will come out of the 4-hole. Torrance Hanover fifth. The starting gate moves forward. Springs open, and Saboteur is the first one out. Followed out by Murray and Torrance Hanover. That's Torrance Hanover and Murray racing for the early lead now. In the turn, Saboteur's on the rail. It's Murray and Torrance Hanover as they move to the back stretch. The crowd screams. It's Torrance Hanover taking the lead now. And Murray is on the outside. Murray shows in front now by a net. It's Torrance Hanover second. Saboteur is outside. So's Nimble Colby and Eagle Hanover. Valiant Rodney's along the rail. H.K. McPherson made a break between horses. And Egyptian Princess is well back in the field. Hugo Hanover races up on the outside and is now second. It's Murray on top by a half a length. Hugo Hanover is second on the outside. Torrance Hanover is third. Nimble Colby is fourth. Saboteur is fifth. Eagle Hanover is sixth. That was H.K. McPherson breaking between horses there. Valiant Rodney along the rail is now sixth. Egyptian Princess is off stride seventh and out of the race. And Hugo Hanover has taken the lead now. Nimble Colby racing on the outside is now second. Horay is third. Hugo Hanover on the outside is fourth. Torrance Hanover is now fifth. Saboteur is now sixth as they come around the turn. Valiant Rodney is seventh and moving along, saving ground on the rail. As they come around that far turn now, Nimble Colby and Hugo Hanover race head and head. It's Nimble Colby now on top. Hugo Hanover is second. Eagle Hanover on the outside is third. Horay is now fourth as they go down the back stretch to the three-quarter mark. And here they come. Saboteur moving on the outside is now fourth. And around the turn, Eagle Hanover is ranging up on the outside of Nimble Colby. It's Nimble Colby and Eagle Hanover racing head and head in the turn. Hugo Hanover is third. Saboteur is now fourth. Valiant Rodney, 3 horses wide, is now fifth. Around that far turn they come. Murray is still hanging on gamely sixth. Torrance Hanover is tiring and seems to be all through. It's Eagle Hanover on top by a half a length now. Nimble Colby is second. Saboteur is third. That's Valiant Rodney, 4 horses wide at this point. Murray is 5 horses wide. And it's Nimble Colby moving down through the straightaway now. Saboteur between horses. Valiant Rodney on the outside, and Murray is offside. It's Valiant Rodney and Nimble Colby to that wire. Valiant Rodney and Nimble Colby. And Valiant Rodney, son of Rodney, has upset the apple cart in the first heat with a 3/4 length victory over Nimble Colby and Saboteur. Murray, who finished second, was disqualified for running at the wire. Egyptian Princess wound up 14th after her costly break. Valiant Rodney and driver Dana Cameron returned to the winner's circle. It's Cameron's first appearance there on Hambletonian Day, although his brother Dell won with Newport Dream in 1954. Valiant Rodney pays a whopping $60.30 to win, the second longest price in Hambletonian history. He was clocked in 2-3. Good, but not sensational time. The winner is owned by Alice Johnston of Charlotte, North Carolina, whose father-in-law, the late R. Horace Johnston, won the Hambletonian with Bill Gallant in 1941. Driver Cameron and Dave Johnston, the owner's husband, talk it over as they await the second heat, which will be coming up shortly. And it's back to work now for Valiant Rodney and the others. If the Carolina Colt wins this one, it's all over. But if another horse grabs the second heat, a third heat will be raced. There are no scratches, and the full field of 20 is coming back. Egyptian Princess is favored at 5-2. Valiant Rodney at 4-1. Valiant Rodney has the rail as the gate moves for the start of the second heat, and they're up and trotting. With Saboteur breaking out of that gate with Eagle Hanover between horses. So is third horse on the outside. It's Saboteur, Eagle Hanover going Nimble Colby on the rail as they race into that first turn. Saboteur has the lead. Moving into the back stretch now. Go ranges up and takes the lead now. Torrance Hanover is second. Eagle Hanover is now third. Hugo Hanover is now fourth. Saboteur is fifth. And Nimble Colby is sixth. Littlewater Victory on the outside is seventh. As they move down the back stretch now. It's Go on top. Torrance Hanover is trailing now. And on the outside, Hugo Hanover rushing up, and Egyptian Princess is coming fast now. Egyptian Princess takes the lead. Hugo Hanover, Valiant Rodney, both moving on the outside well. But it's Egyptian Princess that takes the lead. Valiant Rodney is second. Torrance Hanover is third. Hugo Hanover is now fourth. And Eagle Hanover is slipping through on the inside now. As Go went off stride. It's Eagle Hanover moving through on the inside and is now third. Hugo Hanover is fourth. Egyptian Princess on the front end now by a 3/4 of a length. Valiant Rodney is second. Eagle Hanover is third. Hugo Hanover is now fourth. Nimble Colby is also coming on now. As they come around the turn, Nimble Colby is that horse third on the outside, and the Intruder begins to show. He's now seventh, now sixth. The Intruder is coming on. It's Egyptian Princess with the lead now. Valiant Rodney, it seems to be tiring. And it's Eagle Hanover, and the Intruder is boiling on the outside. He's now moving fast. The Intruder may get it all. And out of nowhere, the Intruder, aptly named indeed, has made his presence felt by coming from 11th at the half and winning the second heat by a half a length in 2-1 and 2/5. Excellent time for the mile, with Egyptian Princess second and Valiant Rodney third. Highest price yearling of $19.54 at $35,000. The Intruder did not race at 2 last year. He is owned by the Allwood stable of Far Hills, New Jersey, and his victory is worth $26.80 for each $2 wager. It's the first Hambletonian heat ever won by youthful Ned Bower, and if he can bring the Intruder back to win the third and deciding heat, it will be one of the greatest upsets of all time. The Intruder never figured in pre-race ratings and was a doubtful starter until he worked a sensational last half in 58 seconds just 4 days ago. He's only made 6 starts in his life. Hambletonian has been scratched from the third heat, and 19 parade to the post. The crowd still likes Egyptian Princess and makes her the 7-5 choice. The Intruder and Valiant Rodney are each 4.5 to 1. All right, the starting gate moves forward for the third heat. The Intruder has the rail. The gate springs open. Egyptian Princess breaks out of that gate with the Intruder. Nimble Colby, Valiant Rodney, and Saboteur and Ego Hanover. Saboteur on the outside. Ego Hanover on the inside. It's Saboteur taking the lead now. Ego Hanover is the second horse on the inside. The Intruder is third. Egyptian Princess beginning to move now. Nimble Colby is also on the outside. So's Murray. The Intruder still comfortable along that rail. As they move down to the halfway mark, Saboteur has the lead. Egyptian Princess and Nimble Colby both moving. Nimble Colby moving the fastest now. It's Nimble Colby second on the outside. Egyptian Princess still moving up on the outside is now third. It's Nimble Colby on top. Saboteur is second. Egyptian Princess on the outside is now third. Ego Hanover is fourth. Murray is off stride fifth. Valiant Rodney between horses is now sixth. The Intruder is now seventh. As they move to the far turn, Lowwater Victory is eighth, but trotting fast on the outside now seventh. Over the far turn, Egyptian Princess takes the lead now. Nimble Colby is second. Valiant Rodney is third. Saboteur is fourth. Lowwater Victory is fifth. Ego Hanover is now sixth around the turn. The Intruder is seventh. As they wheel around the far turn now to the 3/4, it's Egyptian Princess on top. Valiant Rodney is second. Nimble Colby on the rail is third. Lowwater Victory is now fourth. Saboteur is fifth. Ego Hanover is sixth. The Intruder is seventh. As they hit the 3/4 mark, it's going to be Egyptian Princess and Valiant Rodney. And along the rail, Nimble Colby is third. It's Lowwater Victory now fourth. Around the turn they come. And Ego Hanover still in contention with Saboteur. The Intruder is still seventh. It may go another heat. It's Egyptian Princess on top. Valiant Rodney is still second now. Ego Hanover is moving fast. He's now fifth. He's now fourth. Lowwater Victory looks for racing room. Ego Hanover, the Intruder is coming 5 horses wide. It's Egyptian Princess. It's Valiant Rodney. It's Ego Hanover. Ego Hanover is coming strongly, and so is the Intruder and Saboteur on the inside. Ego Hanover has the lead at this point. The Intruder is coming on strongly on the outside. It's going to be the Intruder. And here they are. And the Intruder, a Cinderella horse in every sense of the word, has done it, upsetting the best of the business for the second straight heat by 3/4 of a length in 2-2. Ego Hanover was second and Valiant Rodney third. The Intruder pays $10.90 to win, and the son of Scotland, Mighty Margaret, bred by Walnut Hall Farm, takes his place within the ranks of harness racing's all-time greats on a game and gritty performance. The victory is worth almost $60,000 to owner Leonard J. Buck, and a percentage of that, plus a kiss from his wife, Ford trainer driver Bower, who celebrates his 33rd birthday tomorrow. Owner Buck, a mining engineer, stands between his trainer and retired harness racing great Thomas W. Murphy, Buck's advisor, and also the man who selected the Intruder as a yearling. It's a great day for the Intruder, Bower, Buck, and Murphy.